Welcome back to The Adjustment Room, episode 2. Today we have my good friend Noah. He's a personal injury attorney, a man of great character. How you doing today, Noah?
Doing well, Pat. It's a pleasure being on The Adjustment Room, man.
Hey, man, I thank you for coming.
I love the name, bro. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I heard you had a long day today, though.
Oh, man, very long day. Days typically are long, no matter what day it is, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or even Friday. But I started off in La Vista. I had to meet with one of my clients who I'm handling a complex divorce, assisting with the complex divorce. So I meet with him monthly. So I had to stop by there before I came in.
How often do you really meet with your clients on a regular basis?
Often, upon request. I believe we set it a bit different. I actually love the face-to-face contact that I have with my clients.
And a lot of clients that I see, especially in my practice, they like complain because they don't have that contact.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And we do it a bit different. I like to speak to every client. So we get a case that comes in. We'll do the initial call. It likely won't be me, but once that initial call is done, immediately we're scheduled on my calendar to speak with them.
Oh yeah.
Not immediately speaking to them after that initial call is done, but just planning ahead just to make sure I can make contact.
For sure.
And if they need to speak with me, they can speak with me on request.
Yeah. That's amazing. But tell me about that story. You said you was just up there.
Oh man, crazy story. So I'm representing a client now who, long story short, he has a terminal illness. And with him having a terminal illness, he was granted short-term disability. He was granted short-term disability, but he was granted short-term disability on the condition that he would receive Social Security.
How old is this guy?
This guy is around in his late 40s, early 50s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
So he has a terminal illness. He has cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, he has cancer. Yeah.
That's a tough one, right?
Tough one, man. Tough one. But during this very difficult time that he was dealing with, he was married to someone who just wasn't treating him well. Yeah. And she actually converted those Social Security funds for her own use. And he reached out to me to likely pursue a tort against her and also the bank that approved those funds to go into her account. Wow. So we're actually fighting that case right now. So I like to make sure I meet with him monthly.
So in saying that, you're not just personal injury, because that don't even sound like personal injury at all.
It's not just personal injury. It's litigation. So I love litigating, especially complex matters. Nice. So I look at this as like a complex divorce litigation matter.
But you would say that most of your cases are kind of personal injury. What
Majority
got you
of
into
them
that?
are personal injury. So what got me into that, Pat, honestly, I graduated law school in 2017. Yeah. Graduated in 2017. I was 25 years old. I passed the bar the first time, and I didn't know where I wanted to practice or where I wanted to go. I didn't have a job. And I was about to transition down to Atlanta. I was working at a group home at the time while studying for the bar. Yeah, while studying for the bar. Yeah.
Because I remember when we first met.
Yep. So that was a little bit afterwards. But long story short, 2017, I passed the bar, come down, and I'm just applying for jobs as any law student would. And law schools tend to be a bit oversaturated. They are. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of graduates run into that barrier. But kept my head up, kept it moving, and put out some applications, and got a gig at one of the top personal injury firms in the city in 2017. And I was there for about 4.5 years where we met. Yeah. Yep. And I've been in personal injury ever since. Great times, man. Great times, man.
Those are the good old days when we could just kick back and relax. Now we got our own,
exactly, got our own shop. Exactly. We were I wouldn't even say we were just, because we were never just workers. Yeah. We were grinders and hustlers, movers and shakers even back then, right?
Exactly.
But now it's fully transformed. Less responsibility.
We got staff on our hands. We got, family, payroll, taxes, other things that we got to take care of. And talking about that, I want to go back to that guy who you were talking about. If he gets a big check, like, have you seen anybody get a large settlement, and like, what's the worst thing that they did with it?
So, man, I'll tell you this. So I had one client that got a really, really big settlement. I would say we settled that case, it was back in 2018. We settled this case for $350, I believe, $350,000. So out of that $350, they likely got $112.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. This particular client actually bought his girlfriend a car.
Oh, wow.
And he ended up getting into another wreck, I would say 6 months down the line. And I asked him, how's everything going? He said, oh, yeah, man, that's gone, man. I'm
it's
back.
like the lottery, you know?
It's gone. But it wasn't even for him.
Right.
So that's just a micro insight into what clients spend their money on. You know, not even for them.
Nah,
you know?
But I'll tell you, like, people come in, they get adjusted or they get that epidural, you know, once they go through, and they've been in pain for a little while, and then they think they're Superman, Superwoman, and they go right back out and just injure themselves. They don't allow no type of rest or anything, like, to help their body, like, get better or regenerate. It's the silliest thing. I see that on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and then circling back to just our PI in our field, like, how do you feel AI is affecting us now?
Man, I'll be honest. AI is, I believe, affecting every industry, but the legal industry more so, more than ever, because it fast tracks things that we don't have to do. Right. I like to litigate, and with me litigating, there are a bunch of documents that I have to review in order to make sure that I'm prepared for depositions, prepared for hearings, prepared for trial, even sometimes preparing just to give my client updates.
Right.
So AI has been beneficial in making sure that I'm able to go through those documents and get a better understanding instead of having to waste a lot of time with having to go through document page by page. So it's a benefit there. But we cannot release the full effect of having a human actually advocate. I believe that's one of the main sectors in the personal injury realm, specifically litigation, that's going to be difficult to replace are the trial lawyers.
Yeah.
Being able to stand up on your feet, argue in front of a jury, or plead your case in front of a jury. I don't know if AI can really catch up to that. They can assist with that, but actually being able to do it, I think that's very difficult. So I believe it has affected our industry. And just to go a little bit deeper, personal injury, it's affected it a lot in regards to making sure that not only can we fully vet cases in a more efficient manner, but even helping with the claims process. Yeah. I just got off the phone with State Farm not too long ago, and their new opening message is, hey, State Farm uses AI bots in order to make sure we can fully process your claim. So no more of those automated messages anymore.
Right.
Where you have to press. You can actually say something and it gets you to the right person.
Right.
So I love it for efficiency.
And that's what I would say. Like, on my side, I wish I could tell AI, like, go adjust their neck and their, low back. That would be great.
Exactly.
But I could see how it only integrates into my practice, how you maybe call in, make an appointment, miss calls or answering calls when you're not there. Still, maybe billing, but I don't know if I'm going to trust it on billing.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Yeah. I don't need anybody's insurance coming back.
Exactly.
But even talking about that, like, what about the laws though that are changing the whole industry? I know we had the SB 68, but I also heard there's another law that just passed too for attorneys. I was just introduced to it probably a couple nights ago. I guess where there's a lot of attorneys out there that are, or people in general, using other people, runners and things of this nature to get cases, and they're ending up having strikes on their belt and could end up in jail.
That's a new one.
Yeah. Expand about a little bit of the SB 68 in that law.
I'll touch on that. So SB 68 happened last year, was enacted last year around April, around this time. So we're almost past that 1 year anniversary, April 21st, 2025, which really pulled back some of the safeguards as it relates to how we practice personal injury from the plaintiff side.
Right.
They covered bifurcation, having to argue liability and damages in a twofold trial. They brought forth legislation regarding how premise liability and negligent security is handled. Even LOP, letters of protection. Those things just to make sure that, I believe, just to prohibit the plaintiff from getting to the courthouse steps or getting that justice that they deserve, or making it even more difficult. But I see it as a challenge for attorneys to really hunker down, and get knee deep into litigation and get knee deep into their files.
Use that knowledge and what they got from school.
Exactly.
What have you seen anything change in the world of you practicing, or any obstacles?
The only thing that I've seen is some insurance companies are asking flat out for the subrogation log or for the health insurance log to see what was billed through health insurance during that time. Sometimes not even taking into full account the special damages that we've offered in our demand packages. So I've seen that change. So on those particular cases, we just have to fight. If that particular person doesn't have insurance, or they may have had insurance, but their insurance likely wasn't accepted at a facility. They may have been out of network, or that facility didn't accept insurance, but that facility could actually get them in and treat them. So I have seen that from some carriers, but I haven't seen it as widespread, but I'm pretty sure that it will uptick in the coming years.
And I've seen it a little bit just on how the cases are settled. And then where the outcome is, and then how it brings back to me when we have to do reductions and things like that. And that's been something that I've seen has changed a little bit. Of course, you have to, abide by the rules and go with the flow. But I'm with you on that.
But I think another thing too, Pat, is communication is important. Pre SB 68 and post SB 68. We've had shortcomings before in regards to the Georgia legislature trying to push agendas like this prior to it being enacted. But if we communicate with our partners who we work with every day and let them know what's really going on, we can meet at common ground and likely get some of these things resolved. But I believe that when it comes to the billing, when it comes to those reductions, we won't have no choice but to litigate.
For sure. What's the most stressful part about your job, though?
Most stressful? I would say managing people.
Man, tell me about
managing people. Managing people is the most stressful part about the job. And I'll be honest, I'm a very loyal person.
As we all know.
Exactly. I'm not very comfortable with having those tough conversations that need to be had, but I'm getting there. And that goes hand in hand with being able to manage people. And, with me being able to make sure that I can be an effective leader, that goes into managing. So I always have this mindset: if I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm taking the safeguards that I'm supposed to be taking, it's going to be a trickle down effect to the business. So that means that it'll flow to everyone else. But people still going to be people. People are still going to be people. It's just the way of the world. It's the psychology of it, right?
They see what's in front of their face.
Exactly. So I really don't take it serious. I always try to make sure that I shift my perspective to have the mindset of, okay, this is figure outable. Like, what's the solution? May not have it right now, but let's not be impulsive and try to solve it now. But what's the solution? Because there is one.
Because managing people, I mean, even my team's great, but just, managing the whole, your business, but then managing patients, trying to keep them on their treatment plan. And they think they're their own attorney and their own doctor. So you got to sit there, keep them on task, keep their head forward, because a lot of them get discouraged during their treatment, oh, this is taking too long, or I'm really in pain. I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm stuck. And then, everybody hits that plateau, but then once they get out of the plateau, they're back to where they need to be. But people don't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
But they trust us and our expertise. That's why they came to us, right? And all we can do is experts and professionals in our respective industries is advise, right? Encourage, and also inform. It's up to them what they do with it.
And that's why we've grown so much. I mean, tell me a little bit about your firm.
So a little bit about my firm. I actually, after the firm that we just spoke about where we met, I left there and started my own firm, but I took over a of counsel role at another large national firm for about 4.5 years. But I started the law office of Noah J. Moore in December of 2020.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. And we have.
What happened to your party? I mean, if it's 2020, man,
Man,
it's
2026. We probably gonna post date a little bit out.
Okay.
Post date a little bit out. Make it major. You know what I'm saying? Make it a little bit different than what we've seen.
Today's my 5th year of owning
that's what's up.
the
Congratulations,
Pulp Clinic,
bro. Congrats.
and then my 10th year of actually practicing. So
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
But yeah, go ahead.
That's what's up, man. I hit 10 years next year of being a lawyer. Yeah, and 5 years of the firm was last year. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
congrats,
man.
bro. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, Law Office of Noah J. Moore, man, December of 2020. I left the firm before I started my firm. I was able to do a lot of Rainmaker. I'm not sure if you've seen Matt Damon's movie, The Rainmaker.
Yes,
one of my favorite movies. Yeah. And, rainmaking is associated with being able to bring in cases or making it rain, right? And I love rainmaking. I love just business acquisition. Mm-hmm. And with that niche that I was able to carve out from the prior attorney that we met, I learned a lot from him. And as I was able to transition and actually make a name for myself and just put myself out there, I saw that I could really bring a good resource to the profession.
Talking about Rainmaker, you ever watch Suits? That's
man. I love Suits, man.
That's a crazy story.
Love Suits. And, even though I don't try to have that same type of feel in the firm, you know what I'm saying? Try to keep it a little bit more professional.
They go a little crazy.
They go crazy in Suits.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just trying to carve out a different niche and just practice law the right way. And just like I said before, just communicate with my partners to make sure we can get the client to where they need to be, client focused.
Now, do you have any attorneys underneath you right now?
No, not right now.
Just you.
Just
solely
just
when they call in, it's just Noah.
When they call in, they speak with the staff, but Noah is there to speak as well.
Yes. Noah's going to handle your case. And that's one of the best. I mean, I love working with you too, because all your clients are solid. Your cases are solid. I mean, you take great care of your doctors and everybody around. You take great care of the client. They've always came in and said, "Oh yeah, I just talked to Noah." I'm like, "All right, cool." I don't have to worry about they're coming in. I haven't talked to my attorney. I'm just getting frustrated. I'm like, hold on. We probably will not have to talk to them till we actually get you better. Then that's when they start on the case. Let me see if I can get them on the line, and I'll see if they can give you a call. But sometimes that places stress on me.
For sure. And then you dealing with not only the medical, but also, the client retention side of it, which should be with the lawyers.
But we also help that out because if we're not there and doing our duty, then we work as a team.
Exactly.
And not to say like we are linked in any type of way, but as far as the attorney and doctor, we come together for the patient's better.
Correct. For their well-being.
For sure. What else was I going to ask? You got anything to ask me? Tell me.
Let me ask you, man. So how was the transition for you coming from apprentice to owner? How was that transition?
That transition was actually great because Dr. Paulk stayed on. And he allowed me to basically pick his brain on the things that I didn't know, and it was especially about the business side. Shortly after I had bought the practice, the biller passed away from COVID, literally a month in. And the biller and Dr. Paulk they worked together for 25 years, so she kept everything very secretive. Wouldn't let anybody else know. It was just her and Dr. Paulk as far as the back end of the office and then what he did. So I had no clue about any of the billing, no clue about anything. Man, I prayed and God sent me an angel, and she came in and we started working on everything, finding out everything on the back end. But as far as the profession, it was kind of an easy transition because I worked for him for 5 years, so I knew the game. I knew how to treat, I knew how to diagnose, I knew how to get them better. And then he allowed me to go out and meet people like you and give the time to do that.
The market.
And so I had a stable and was able to get or move like a lateral. And then from there, I started looking at everybody else's, how they worked and their construction of their business. And I started to make mine.
That's great. That's great.
What about you?
Man, the transition from apprentice to myself was just honestly a belief. I think that I'm a firm believer that if you have in your mind that you're supposed to be somewhere and be doing something, if you don't move, the universe or the Almighty, whatever spiritual force you may look at, will make you move.
And that's one thing I teach people about. They always ask you, how do you make your practice bigger? It's because of if you don't allow that space, if you keep your space small, there's only so many things that can fit in it. But sometimes you have to take that step or that leap to make it bigger. That way it can grow and allow more things to get in there. There's only so many things you can fit in a box.
Exactly.
So the universe, you know.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, bro.
That law of the universe, that's what it is.
Yeah, man, because, man, I've been in so many situations where I knew that I had to leave.
Yeah.
And then I would make excuses like, man, I'm gonna make about 20, 30,000, 60,000, 100,000 more. Man, you do it, then you do it 10 times over again, and you're still there. Right? Until something catastrophic happens, which makes you move. Right?
And that's God.
Yeah, that's God. That's a sign from God.
Yeah, and he's just like, look, it's time to move.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the hardest things for me in running a business. We not get complacent, but we get in a space where we're maybe afraid to jump to the next level because, you know, anything can happen, but we're in a safe space where we know and we can control what's going on at that point in time. At least that's for me. And then when I make that leap, I'm like, oh, it's kind of good up here. All right,
exactly. It's kind of good. It's better than I expected. All I had to do was move. That's it, and I get this.
And then you just keep on working it and make your own, and then you go to the next level and level up. And I've seen that many times with you.
Yeah, man.
I see how you've been progressing. I mean, I'm so proud of you too.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, bro. It means a lot coming from you, bro.
Hey, man.
You know, if I could share a quick story, you know what I'm saying? I strongly recall I was at the first firm that I worked for out of law school, and I believe we were working on a case one evening, and you had come up to the office, and we were just talking, man, and man, you planted a seed in me that honestly made me take that leap.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm the type of person, I like raw insight onto what I need to do next. So if I see it, I'm a visual person. If I see it, I'm probably gonna move and act.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And man, you showed me some things as far as real time, bro, this is what you could be doing. This is how you could do it. And that always stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? That always stuck with me. And it costs you nothing to do that, bro. Yeah. It costs you nothing at all to do that. Yeah. And I appreciate that. And
hey, man,
if you would have asked me what honestly that was one of the nuggets that actually led me to do that.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. But I mean, you also have helped me out talking about that. Every give back, even function, and you've always placed in a hand and helped out. Either it was a financial or just being there in your presence, and have always been there for me. So I appreciate that.
For sure. Yeah. I got you, bro.
Always there, generous, and that right there, that's what makes it all better. Like if I have a bad day, I know I call no. He's like, I got you, bro.
I got you, dog. Just hit me. I got you, dog. I got you. Yeah. Then it's different when we see each other. It's like, okay, man, my dog. Where you been at?
Been a minute.
Exactly.
You and your brothers, and you got the little man now.
Yep, got my little man now. I actually go pick him up after this.
Okay, how is he doing?
He's great, man. He's great. He's getting bigger, man. He's 2.5, man. He's my namesake. So I'm getting him right, making sure he's on point, man. You got to train him up early.
Oh, yeah.
You got to train him up early.
For
train
sure.
him up as a child. So I'm in those training stages, man. But he's great, man. He's great.
Okay. One day I got to have
you
one.
Asking. You got to.
One day.
I may bring him up to the clinic, man.
Okay.
I may bring him up to the clinic, man. Yeah, bro.
Have a little day with the chiropractor.
Exactly, man. Day in the life.
Yeah. Yeah, when I get one of these, that's when I'm gonna start.
For sure. Not right now.
No,
right now. You've been holding out long, pretty good.
I'm just gonna keep on building for my family.
That's it. That's it. You've been doing that,
working, man. I appreciate that. I'll tell you one thing, man. Don't build a house without nobody there.
I feel you, especially a nice house like yours,
man.
With an elevator.
I'm trying to tell you, because I be having to have my friends stay over. Like, hey, can you stay over? There's contracts coming over here. You know, I'm trying to change things. I'm trying to move things around, and I'm at work. I got to stay there because I can't, leave it without it. So it's just.
But you're doing good up until this point, man. You're gonna find somebody.
Yeah,
you're gonna find somebody. Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Can't make the wrong decision.
Cannot make the wrong decision. Trust me. You learn from me.
Because I'm pretty sure you see a lot of those stories.
Oh, for sure.
Especially in your profession, you
for
know,
sure.
divorces and all that stuff.
For sure, bro.
Especially with, you know, people that have a lot, you know.
Yep. People that have a lot of assets, a lot of things that they work very hard for, you know. And, you know, one thing about it is the family courts respect the sanctity of marriage. And they believe that if a spouse builds up another spouse to get them to a stature where they are, subject to some conditions, then that spouse should be taken care of if they have not worked or if they have not done certain things. So there are certain, you know, legal routes to protect yourself pre-marriage in order to make sure that you don't fuck yourself up. You know,
is it true that prenups are not really valid?
Nah, that's not true.
Okay,
an ironclad prenup can protect you.
So that's one. What's the biggest misconception that you have in personal injury?
In personal injury, the biggest misconception or myth, the biggest misconception or myth that I have in personal injury is that the insurance company is going to pay for all the meds and then pay for everybody else and then give them a check, or that the entire check is just for them.
Yeah.
That entire settlement is inclusive of all their liens and damages.
Yeah.
So that's a myth buster, a big misconception that people may see. They see the big number and they think, oh, this is what I'm getting. Mm-hmm. No, we have to break this down. We have to go through this to make sure that the things that were paid out as a result are satisfied.
Yeah. Well, so talk a little bit more about that. Like, let's tell the people how this actual breakdown happens, and and let's get into a little bit of how their bills and records, because I see a lot of misconception on when they come in my office. Well, I really don't need treatment. I can just go to the insurance company. I got hit, so you know they're going to pay for every single thing that I want.
Exactly.
You know? It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Not how it works.
Tell them a little bit how that works.
So a little bit how it works is if you get into a wreck, that means that someone has injured you at no fault of your own. So you're not at fault. That particular person is on the hook for those damages. So that means that when you're injured, you actually are going through your course of treatment and you're incurring what we call under the law special damages. That's your compensatory damages, meaning your medical bills, lost wages, things that a dollar amount can be attached to that you've incurred as a result.
I always tell my patients that they need to be looking on the front end instead of the back end. Hey, any days that you take off, can't work because of pain, because of the accident, or maybe you had to take off work to go to a doctor's appointment, please note that down, because you don't want to be looking backwards like, what day did I take off? Because it's not valid if it wasn't documented.
Exactly. You got to keep that documented. And we do a good job of making sure that that's documented. But those special damages are what really make sure that we can sometimes argue for the amounts that we want. Now, the other side of it is, the additional side of it, I won't say the other side, is general damages. The damages that you can't see with the naked eye. Loss of enjoyment of life, loss of capacity, loss of the ability to attain their wage.
And we have them fill out a duties under duress.
Duties under duress. Those are what we consider general damages. So that's what us as the attorneys have to make sure that we can argue on behalf of our clients. But what does that take? That takes us actually getting to know the client.
Right.
That's why we look at every case with a litigation lens, because if we were to take this lit, we need to argue these damages in order to make sure we can get a result that's favorable for the client, that can actually attest to what they went through.
Right.
So the special damages get us there, the general damages get us there, and also being able to articulate the story.
Right.
So what we try to do is we try to make sure that we get a very, very ripe impact statement from the client to let them know, to make sure that we can verbalize how this accident affected them. So how this impact affected them. Did it affect your work? Did it affect how you were able to engage in your household? Did it affect your marriage? Did you engage in a divorce? Were you pregnant at the time? Your sex life? Loss of consortium? Different things along those lines that we need to be able to let the other party know they caused. So they should be on the hook for that. And they've retained us as their legal representative, so we're their voice. They don't have to speak. They have to speak to us, but we can articulate that message.
Right.
So that's just a brief breakdown on how it works, just making sure that when they accumulate those damages, we're able to tell the story to get that good recovery.
Yeah, because some of these clients just they get in a wreck, they want to check.
Exactly. Sound like a marketing company.
What was have you ever had a patient lie to you and then they get into court and then they say like something totally different? For sure.
Or they may withhold information. I had one instance where I specifically asked the page, or specifically asked the client, hey, have you ever been involved in any past accidents? This is common than most people think. Have you ever been involved in any past accidents? No, I haven't. What do you mean by accidents? Car accidents, slip and falls, workers' compensation claims. Anytime that you've even had to set up a claim, doesn't have to be a lawsuit. They tell me no. Asking them again. No, I haven't been in anything. Then deposition comes. Where do you usually go to get your prescriptions? Where do you usually go to the ER? Have you ever been to a chiropractor? I have. I went to so-and-so. They do a non-party request and get that information. Oh, I was in an accident in 2024.
Yeah.
So you went to the hospital for it, and I asked you more than once, and you didn't tell me.
You get all those bills.
Now, I understand forgetful, but this happened in 2024.
Yeah.
This was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Your accident was 2025.
I got an even funnier story. You ask them, hey, have you had any other surgeries or anything of this? Oh, no, I haven't had any surgery. I go back, I take an x-ray. I'm like, what's this nice hardware in your back? Oh, that was a fusion, man. Fell off the ladder at my house. We were painting. I was like, oh, well, this is a
surgery when you got that.
What if I started adjusting? You didn't tell me about this, fusion.
Exactly.
You trying to set me up.
Exactly. But, I also try to give my clients the benefit of the doubt as well. We're humans.
Yeah.
And the human mind can be very forgetful. And especially when crazy things have happened in our lives. I can give an account right now. COVID was a blur for me. Those years started to run together.
Yeah.
When I think about it, when I think back on it sometimes, I'm like, okay, did that happen that year? Or did that happen a little bit after that?
Right.
So sometimes we can be confused based upon that, but it's up to us to be understanding.
Yeah.
And also make sure that we can still continue to tell the story and make the argument, even though we have that roadblock.
Yeah.
So even though, my clients may forget, or sometimes, they may not remember, I think that's a bit different from concealment, actually not telling me, right? Or actually blatantly not telling me. I've had that happen before, especially with some of the clients who may have some of those criminal matters that, if they're asked, have you ever been convicted of a crime? Have you ever been arrested? Come to find out, you've been convicted of a federal crime, lying on a passport application.
Oh, wow.
And they ask you on your deposition, have you ever done that? And you got your name changed.
Right.
Why not let me know about that?
Yeah.
Right.
And that can ruin the whole case.
And almost ruined one of my cases, but we actually got it resolved.
Okay.
So I would say that's probably a better example of a client actually lying, right? Yeah. Instead of a client actually forgetting.
Right. Yeah. Talking about COVID. Yeah. I believe. I mean, how did you pivot during COVID?
Man, around COVID was the time that I started my firm, December 2020, because COVID happened in 2020.
Yeah.
So much was going on that year, man. I got divorced that year. I left the firm that I was with for about 5 years. I was a senior associate there, and I made that transition just to start my own firm and make that move. And even despite all of that, God was still good.
Oh yes,
God was still good.
For sure.
God was still good, even despite that.
I was afraid.
It was a blur.
Yeah, I was afraid when it first started because they said, essential workers, and I was hoping that my profession was on there as essential worker.
Yep.
Thank God it was. And,
Thank God it was.
We had to pivot, do all the necessary protocols and everything.
Yeah.
But it definitely worked out, and people were really not scared to come in and get adjusted.
Oh, not in Atlanta.
No, they
not in Atlanta. In other places. Not in Atlanta. Man, I remember in Atlanta, man,
everybody was outside.
We were moving. I was,
They had to shut down the park because everybody was
exactly.
there.
They had to, bro.
They had to pivot over.
Atlanta was open, which was not safe.
Yes.
Being honest, it wasn't safe, but
people were coming to Atlanta because they
exactly were coming to Atlanta because they knew it was open. And around that time, a lot of people don't realize that's where a lot of the break-ins started to happen.
That's true.
That's where a lot of those break-ins in the vehicles started to happen, man. It happened like every Every place you went to, somebody got their car broken into.
Have you ever practiced criminal?
I have done some criminal here and there, just some traffic tickets.
Yeah.
But no criminal trials or nothing that on that grand scale. I haven't even done a DUI, but I do help some family members in regards to, making some appearances and getting those handled.
Have you ever like had a disagreement with, a family member? Like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Especially being the family lawyer. You know, that's going to always bring something.
Yeah.
But I've learned how to deal with that over the years. Just be strict. And I'm still growing in that department because I want to help everybody.
Right.
But you can't.
Yeah. I'm starting to learn that too.
Exactly, bro. You just got to be firm and just be firm and be the expert on what you know.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with making a referral.
No. Would you ever change what type of law you practice?
I don't think I would change. I think I would add. I would add.
Which one would you add?
Estate planning is something that's intriguing. It's intriguing. I think that's a market that never ends.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So estate planning covers wills, trusts, and estates.
Okay.
So if someone wanted to write a will or establish a trust or a succession plan for a Paul clinic or anything that covers a person in the event that they want to retire or in the event that they pass away.
Okay. Yeah. So not so much like contract work, like
not so much like, but somewhat contract work. And contract work is embedded within that because it is terms in regards to what someone may give another on the condition that they die. So it has some contract language, but that's specifically a niche for estate planning.
Got you. Yeah. If I wasn't a chiropractor, I don't know. Weirdly enough, I'll be a veterinarian.
A veterinarian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I love animals.
You ain't got no animals, dude.
I know. Because I'm never home.
I'm thinking about that. You ain't got no animals.
I'm never home. They'd probably be lonely and hungry.
Yeah. I've had my fair share. And I'm the type of person, I think, man, I could get a dog. I need a dog. I'm lonely. Then I get the dog shit up, poop up my place. Then now I'm I don't want a dog, man. Yeah, get rid of this dog. Like I got actually
chewing up this furniture, man. I just got this piece.
Exactly. But I love animals too, but man, I don't know about having my own. Probably going to the petting zoo, but that's about it.
Oh, I got you. That's it. Yeah. If I had somebody at home that would watch it, then I'll definitely probably get maybe a dog. But I grew up with dogs and cats. Cats I love cats for some reason because they're self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. They don't really, poop or piss like everywhere. They know where to go, and they know where their plate is at. So they're just mainly walking around looking for critters.
Yeah, I don't like that. They're creeping on the stuff, man. I wake up and I'm just, what's that? Or I hear something. I do not like that.
Yeah,
I do not like that.
What do you? Yeah, for sure. Where do you see yourself in, say, the next couple of years?
Next couple of years,
got any
man.
Big moves?
Not right now, but where I see myself is honestly expanding the firm to other southeastern states. Okay. I'm originally from Mississippi, so I love handling legal matters in different states that don't require me to be there, or I have to pro hoc vice.
Okay.
Meaning that I could go into that particular jurisdiction if another attorney within that jurisdiction approves me to come. So I want to make sure that I get Georgia on point first before I start anywhere else. We got to get home first before we start to expand, right? But the plan is to expand to Alabama, Mississippi, and likely Tennessee.
Okay, so surrounding states, that's nice.
Yep.
How does that look like for an attorney? You just open an office or just get barred?
You get barred. There's different ways to do it. You can become barred there, and once you become barred there, that gives you the right to open up that office. Or if you know an attorney down there, that attorney can handle those particular cases that you may have, and you can just make sure that he's compensated, but he can represent the firm here. Wow. So those are two different things, but I like to become barred in those areas, in those places.
Nice. Yeah, people always ask me, like, when are you going to open up your own? I'm like, man, I don't know. One is enough for me.
One is enough.
I mean, you got
Stockbridge on lock. You got Henry County on lock.
Hey, that's what we try to do.
Yeah.
And that was luckily, thank you to Dr. Paul, because you've been here since 1977. But then I took on the animal and then also grew it. So I do appreciate that. But I don't foresee myself moving too many places around Atlanta just because I want somebody to I guess it would be different for an attorney because they're still represented by NOAA, but I want somebody that represents me, the quality of work that I do.
Correct.
You know, from my notes to the adjustment to the attentiveness, and just the overall customer service that we give to not only the patient, but the constituents that are involved, whether it be the referral came from ortho or an attorney or maybe outside source or whatnot. And it's hard to find somebody with that same work ethic.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's hard, bro. I say it's difficult. So if we can clone ourselves, it would be so much easier.
Yeah, I'd just rather keep my talents in one place.
Exactly.
I don't need to be jumping around like 3 days here, 2 days here, and then shoot, I'll work 7 days a week. I'm like, when is my time?
Exactly. But on that point, just to follow up on your question, I think one of the main things that I want to see in the next 5 years, which I'm actually working on now, is just getting in the mode of relinquishing a lot of control.
Okay.
That's big. Yeah, man. I have a tendency to just keep my hands into everything and not really trust the power of delegation.
That's the same.
And with that, I've made a lot of mistakes. So with me making a lot of mistakes and trying to correct that, I really want to focus on the power of delegation within the next few years, and also just relinquishing a lot of that control.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So not so much as, I definitely want to transition to other states, but the attainable goals are just making sure that I can relinquish that control so I can better service my clients and we can take that holistic approach, because I'm the attorney. I'm not the accountant. Right? I'm not an accountant. I can be for my business, but I'd rather let that and rest that upon them, and make sure that they can do what they need to do, and just remove myself out of it, because I'm starting to see that if I just have my hands in everything, things tend to not get.
You start to get spread out.
Yeah, man.
And then you're not focused on what the job that you actually have, and that's something that I've been learning too. Trying to delegate, make sure I trust my staff with certain things, even though I can, but I kind of like to oversee a little bit just to make sure it's going correctly.
Same. Or maybe even do it myself if it's not being done.
Yes. Right. I don't like to ask people too many questions or ask them to do
because now it's inefficient, right? Yeah. So now it's probably, if I'm asking somebody, they probably won't get it done as quick as I can.
Or just didn't want to do it in the first place.
Exactly. But I think that's a part of the relinquish and control thing, right? Yeah. Even though we have that reserve, if we just can trust that person and actually can know that person can do what they need to do, and we fully vet that person, I mean, we should be able to relinquish that control.
Yeah, for sure.
We should be able to, even though it's hard.
I think in 5 years, I'm going to go to Mars.
Oh, man, that's what's up. Hey, bro, make sure you give me a bunker, man. I want to come up there. Just don't charge me a lot to get up there.
I got you. Hopefully we don't get hit with a bomb before then.
Exactly. Then it'd be a necessity to get.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I got some topics for you.
Okay, let's go.
As far as Greek life.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. We both Greek, man. We both Greek, man. You went to Ohio State, right?
I went to Ohio State.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So
pledged Sigma.
Are there a single letter chapter at Ohio State?
No, we're Delta Omicron. That's crazy. But the Alphas.
Single letter chapter?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
They were actually kicked off the campus due to reasons of hitting people with golf clubs. I don't know what y'all doing over there.
I don't know what y'all doing right there, man. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is a non-hazing organization, by the way.
There we go. But yes, but Alphas were once they came back on campus, were the best. It was Alphas and then the Masons that I hung out with a lot. And some of the Masons I still talk to today. And a lot of Alphas are, because the reason why I resonated with the Sigmas and the Alphas, because they're about their business. Even though you might go out and have fun, go to parties.
College life.
But all these people are successful nowadays. Like my pro fights are astronauts, teachers, lawyers, and they're philosophers.
That's amazing.
And so, seeing that made me want to propel myself to excel from where I was at in my thought process when I first came to college. And then our Alphas were the same way, and they're very influential in the community. They also are very successful too in their life. So But I mean, I don't know. I don't get down with y'all strolling though.
Y'all don't get down with our strolling? Oh man, that's crazy. Well, you know, we tend to not stroll. I'm not a stroller like that. I walk here and there.
Yeah, me too. There we go. There we go. Where'd you pledge at?
So I pledged at Rush College,
okay.
which is the one of the oldest HBCUs in Mississippi.
Nice.
Yep, the oldest HBCU.
How was that going? How was that? Because going to Ohio State and then going to HBCU, it was probably totally different. When I used to visit HBCUs, I mean, y'all actually had plots.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We just got a plot
like
4 years ago.
Oh man,
they just started putting plots out there.
I was so busy in college. So I pledged my sophomore year. I was chapter president. I was a historian the next year. I pledged the line my last year, and I was SGA president.
Oh wow!
So
that says a lot about you. That's a lot of accolades right there.
Yeah, man. I would say that last year, when I was president, we actually put the plots on our yard. So we actually had the contractor come out and actually put up our plots.
Nice.
So yeah, man, that HBCU life is just different, man. I loved it. I love it. I love my alma mater. It's just a different environment, you know?
Yeah, I like y'all's tailgates. I mean,
we lit.
Yeah,
we lit.
It's always a good time. I remember I went down to North Carolina A&T, and I just saw the Greek life down there. By the way, Sigma's won the step show 3 years in a row.
Oh, they did? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But no, just to be funny. But yeah, it was a whole different dynamic than Ohio State. Ohio State, we had probably like 7,000 maybe African Americans, and we had 77,000 students there.
It's crazy.
So Greek Row was, mainly Caucasian fraternities and sororities, and we would go over there. We'll combine sometimes where the Divine Nine will go over to their house, or we'll partnership in a whole Greek week where we have certain activities and things that we do together. Yep. They would maybe cook for us. We'll go over their houses, and their houses are mansions. I mean,
huge.
You think Rick Ross's house is big?
You already know. Huge. Alumni giving back, man.
No, yeah, for real. And that's another thing, give backs, man. How do you see yourself in the community?
Oh, man, in the community, I love giving back and just making sure that, I can invest in initiatives and drive that speak to what I want to do. So one of the main things that we put at the pillar of my firm is service.
Okay.
So just last month, we did a college and career fair with some Atlanta public school students, actually training them on how to do a speed interview, how to shake someone's hand and look them in the eye when you're meeting someone. And something that I picked up on, man, is that a lot of these young folks don't really know what it is that they want to do.
Right.
A lot of them have opted to go into the military because of no knowledge of what they really want to do. And I want to make sure that my firm and myself can continue to be that model to show that there are things and professions beyond the military. There are things and professions beyond just those things that you may not want to do. Now, I don't want to speak down on the military at all. Military is absolutely fine to seek a profession. Yeah. And also there are brave men and women that serve our country greatly.
And we always thank them for that.
And yes, we always thank them. So don't want to demean that, but also I don't want our young folks, as they continue to traverse through this world and as they continue to mature, to just think that those things are just there, those
there's
things.
One avenue.
Correct. There are different avenues that they may pique their interest. So honestly is to honestly just continue to pour into young people. I think Frederick Douglass said it best. It's easier to repair broken children than it is to build broken men.
You better speak it.
So I'm really focused on making sure that the youth, the innocence of the youth continue to be protected, but also continue to be uplifted so that they can prepare to be good men and women to lead our futures.
That's dope. And that's a great value to live by. I could tell you really do too, because not only did you do that last month, but you also helped me out on my give back too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Had to. Every Easter.
Yep. And I didn't even ask you to. You came to me and said, "You doing the give back this year?" I got you.
Yep.
I was like, all right,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Yep. And we had successful give back. And that's one thing about our team is, my nonprofit, Women with Vision, we are all about community service. So every Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, we set out to serve our community. On a community day, we try to help out not only family, children, and their well-being for whatever that is, that holiday, or maybe inspire them to maybe again take another avenue.
Exactly.
I actually just had a patient in today, a new patient, young guy, just graduating, and he was saying, "Oh, I was going to go to the military, but things are getting a little crazy. I'm thinking about going back to school, and I'm looking to be a vet tech." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's great."
That's
great. So what inspired you to do that? He was like, well, cousin is actually a veterinarian, and I started hanging out with her, and I was like, okay. I was like, my cousin is actually a veterinarian. She works on horses and things like that.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. Her parents have a whole farm, and they do a lot of produce.
That's good.
It was always cool going over there because they had many horses and we
animals. Yeah. Developed that love for animals over there.
Yeah, all day,
That's
man.
Good. That's good.
Horses are beautiful creatures. They're huge. I mean, their eyes are like
humongous.
Crazy.
I actually just bought. I'm real big on. I don't know if you heard of the Bill Pickett Rodeo, Invitational Rodeo. Mm-mm. So Bill Pickett was known as one of the first black cowboys.
Okay.
So one of my good friends. Yep. So one of my good friends, he is a cowboy, and he does what we call roping.
Okay.
So So he'll rope the calf, rope his feet, and put him on his back and rope his feet. So I sponsored him to compete in different invitational rodeos to place nationwide. Yeah. So we just left Memphis. We actually just had the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo here in Atlanta.
I saw you on your Instagram with that. That's where you were at. Okay.
Yep, that's where I was at, man. So it was here, bro.
I thought you was out there just having fun.
Nah,
I was like, who can know being a cowboy now?
No, sir. No, sir. So we were out there actually.
He done retired.
Yeah, man. Hey, not into no cowboy. Man. I wish I could rope. But my barber, Gino, he actually is ranked for roping in that particular division. So just being, with the people, and there are a lot of good cowboys out there, but Gino is the best. But I will say that just being around the people and seeing people who love the culture of the rodeo is amazing, and especially seeing black folk out there. It's really heartwarming.
In saying that, how many things do you say, or let's say categories, do you right now sponsor? And do you have a favorite, thing that you sponsor for, like an avenue or a certain category?
Yeah. So right now we're sponsoring the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo, specifically Eugene King. We usually sponsor certain PI events that may come about. We also give back to the community in relation to any time that someone may need or may have a youth program that may be going on. We like to make sure that we sponsor that as well. Scholarships, we sponsor those also. I have given to Emerger 100 before, many times, just to make sure that those young college students can have monies to make sure they can purchase their books, or even just to make sure that they can support themselves through college. And also Let Us Make Man, which is I believe I took you to one of those events. We had sponsored and given a scholarship to a very deserving student. So my favorite is honestly pointing to the youth. I can actually see it in real time, man.
Yeah,
I can see it in real time.
In your heart.
Yeah, I can see the effect in real time, bro. So actually knowing that my contribution will actually help them in their collegiate journey is something that resonates with me.
I could really tell that's in your heart. Yeah. Just like what would be in my heart is special needs and handicap. Because my mom unfortunately ended up handicapped, but just seeing how you'll walk in the store and people got like side eye and just like looking weird or laughing, and I'm pushing my mom in the wheelchair, and I'm like, why y'all laughing? I'm helping my mom out.
Exactly.
So then I started looking at other people that were handicapped and things like that, and I'm just like, man, I feel for you. Because she didn't ask to be like that, or these people didn't ask to be like that. I'm pretty sure they want to be Superman or Superwoman.
Exactly, but can't
or be
physically.
Normal.
Yeah, bro. Tell me about, bro, your workout routine, man. Tell me how you get down, man. What's up, bro? Come on, I want to hear that workout routine, man. Give me some tips.
All right.
I've been 5 days straight in this week.
Okay. Hey, congrats. Bro. And I see Appreciate you on the gram doing that. So first thing is I get up at 4:45 in the morning.
4:15.
Head to the gym 6 days a week. But it's not only the gym that you have to worry about, because if you're not eating correctly, then everything that you do in the gym is just fighting against each other. My workouts are split on groups of muscles, which probably yours is too as well.
It is.
And then cardio. Try to get at least 25 to 40 minutes in. And people think you have to go vigorously running, but you really don't. As long as you keep your heart rate at a certain rate, that way it's burning fat. But also, the workout is a mental.
It is. For me, it is.
Yes.
I can't go without
You can decompress. you know, it makes you happy on the days that you might be down. Day. Yep. It starts your day, gets you energized. I mean, people are like, how do you get up at 4:45? You try it for a week and see how it feels.
And see how it
promise,
feels.
Even if you have a busy day, you're ready. It's like coffee.
Without it, you'll go crazy.
It's like coffee in the morning. You're
exactly. Where is it? I need it. Yeah. A dumbbell.
So it's just a stress reliever, and I love it. So that's what keeps me going in the gym. I guess you have to have a goal for what you are looking for. Some people want to be in there for the physique. Some people want to be in there for stamina. Other people are in there for health reasons. You know, maybe they
have to be there.
Maybe they have some health condition that they have to stay in tip-top shape. Things like that. So everybody you have to have a want, I would say, and a drive to get there. So that would be it. What about you?
Bro, so similar to you, I'm up at 4:15 every single day. So 4:15, I'm at the gym by 6.
What time you go to bed?
Bro, I'm in the bed probably 10 o'clock, 10:30.
10, same here.
Yep, 10 o'clock, 10:30.
I need that extra 30 minutes, man.
I need that extra 30, bro. I need that snooze, you know? But, bro, I'm in the gym by 6. And shout out to my trainer, man, Vern Fitness. I got a really dope trainer, man, celebrity trainer. He trains Moneybag Yo, Huncho, Reginae Carter, Lil Wayne's daughter, Tia Cooper, WNBA player. He's trained DeVito before. He's trained a lot of different celebrities across the Atlanta area, and I can honestly give him partial credit because, you know, I'm the one that's getting up.
Yeah, right.
But I can give him partial credit with helping me with my health, man. I used to weigh 305 pounds back in 2024, you know. Extremely unhealthy. I was alcoholic too. So I really just hunkered down and honed in on my health and really just went hard in the gym, bro.
Yeah, and you still at Fineo, right?
Still at Fineo.
Hey, shout out to Mark.
Yep, shout out to Mark, man. Shout out to Mark, bro, doing his thing, bro. Still there. I actually saw him this week.
He said he's gonna move the gym and like he's looking for a bigger space and whatnot.
It's the capacity. It's the capacity. Everybody goes there. That's a community, man.
Yeah, if I was closer to that, and that's another thing. Gym can become community.
It can be. It can be
when you don't have maybe something on the outside or like you know, it's just fun to go because everybody's there.
Exactly.
You know, it turns into a club somewhat, but not
too much.
Not the LA Fitness Club.
Or the Lifetime. No.
But it's a real workout, like push each other community.
Exactly. Get into it, especially when it's a group setting.
Yeah.
And you know, I use it, man, just to get my mental right. Like when I'm in the gym and I have something that's pressing on my mind, if I go to the gym, I'm able to organize and compartmentalize, you know, and actually just plan it and actually have a plan of action to move forward.
Right.
I may create it right then just by me getting active.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes I come up with the best ideas.
I do. Same.
Because I done had time to sleep on it, and then I'm getting up, I'm like, all right. Oh, dang, I didn't even look at it like that.
Yeah.
And then I just get a couple of extra pumps. Next thing I know, I'm like, damn, my arm.
Exactly.
I've been thinking about this the whole time. But it do happen like that. But it's a great time, man.
Yeah, bro, it's a great time, man. Great time.
Well, I appreciate you coming on to the show, man.
Appreciate you having me,
taking your time out of your busy schedule. And
I won't miss it, bro.
Yeah, and definitely. Hopefully you can get back on.
For sure. Let me know. I'll be here, bro.
All right, brother.
Let me know, bro.
Yes,
I appreciate you, dog.